All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rahakudash, double honor to the elders and apostles of your millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakathum. And you know the major news breaking out from Saturday. All right. President DJ Trump had an attempt on his life. All right, now lots of information have came out since then, and that's one of the reasons why you wait a little bit to a degree to see what kind of things develop. And what Esau is figuring out, all of those things he's done in the past, okay, whether it be President Garfield, who was assassinated back in the 1800s, Lincoln, JFK, those things were a lot easier to accomplish back then. All right, now the same feat has basically become impossible. All right, unless Esau is really getting good at it. But we know that this guy has gotten sloppy. Okay, now what the narrative always is the patsy. It's always a guy that they set up. His name is going to be printed everywhere. You're going to see his name everywhere. All right. And then he's going to look just like the type. He's going to be a stereotype where people look at him and they say, oh, yeah, he probably did it. All right. But when you look deeper and examine the matters, you understand. If you ever been around anywhere near a presidential blockade, you can't move in traffic at all, man. You can't get near. You can't do none of that, man. And they have aerial footage, drone footage. They scope things out days in advance. And who else could get to the president like that? All right, where they clipped his ear. All right, except in intelligence. Okay, so ultimately this is all a psyop that will be made. It will be made known soon enough. We don't know the end all be all of it, but one thing is quite clear: the division in America is at an all-time high. They've essentially deified Trump. What does deify mean? To deify means to make into or regard as a god. All right. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Deify, worship, regard, or treat as a god. Okay. And a lot of these so-called white people, these Edomites, they need Trump, man. They're dirt poor. They're in trailer parks. Inflation is kicking the shit out of them every day. They need something to latch on to. There's no hope left in this place. All right. So when you have a situation like this go down, it's gonna galvanize certain groups of individuals, man. Okay. And so now we're in very dangerous territory because we know whose MO this is. This is Esau's MO. What was he doing to us? All right. All right. We know that there's been infighting among the elites. Okay. They've been fighting against each other. That's division caused by Yahweh Bashim and Yahweh Shai. Okay. Let me see if I can find. Find it. I wanted to get one before that. Okay, I was in the same chapter, Psalm 64. All right. So I'll just read this chapter. It's only 10 verses. All right, Psalm 64. All right. Starting at verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So this is how they do things. They have secret councils. Okay. They have a public, but that's not what's really going on. That doesn't move the needle on anything. What they discuss in public has nothing to do with what they actually end up doing out in the world. If you notice, everything that is popular gets ignored. All right, people want free healthcare, they ignore that. People want you to stop the war, they ignore that. And they go on their way and do it anyway. Why? Because the public counsel doesn't matter. It's what they agree to in secret is what matters. That's what you see getting executed out in the world. Okay, the people are against the matter over there in Palestine, right? But what are you gonna see? You're gonna see those people over there get more weapons to continue that, despite the will of the people. Why? Because, you know, democracy is a sham. It's not real. Okay, and civil war is basically afoot, man. All right, we're not saying this is gonna be the catalyst of it, but the tension was set at the earlier in the year, man. All right, now we're about to be at a point where it's got to blow, you know. The container cannot withstand the pressure here in America. Something's got to give, in other words. Okay, because it ain't just how people are divided politically, they are hurt. All right, wait till people start missing meals, man. Okay, wait till the lights go out, the power goes out, and people start missing meals. All right, all of these things about, you know, your thing at a job, or a woman is not responding to you, or all of these other small trivial things are gonna seem irrelevant completely, man, when you see what the Lord is actually doing here, the things that we're supposed to be paying attention to, man. All right. Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Now, this, we usually bring this precept out to talk about how Esau treats us, but now it's clear that this is turned on each other, man. All right. Donald Trump was an anomaly. He was not supposed to be a part of the script, Esau's script. Okay, but they made it work in 2016. All right. And Trump did some things they wanted him to do, but he didn't do all the things they wanted him to do. All right, so you know that there's fighting. All right, and the scriptures say he was going to divide Esau's kingdom. All right, and that happened. This whole thing happened 2 days before the RNC, which is the Republican National Committee, which is supposed to confirm the Republican nominee. Okay, once you're the Republican nominee, that's basically it. If you're on the Republican ticket, you know, you're not really going to vote for any other candidate for president, and they don't want this guy in here. And I believe last time in 2020 they just took, you know, those votes. They had y'all mailing them in. They took that shit, man. You know, there's no way. You know, democracy is not a real thing. Okay, this is why you get rebuked trying to go up the other way, man. All right, it don't matter what your intentions are. The Lord say don't engage with these people. Don't set another king over you. You're not supposed to regard a Joe Biden or Donald Trump as your leader, man. That's off as hell. All right. Anyway, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right. And so they've been heavily against Trump in the media, man. Heavily. He's got over 90% plus negative media coverage, man. Okay. There are women I've been dealing with. She like, if you even like Donald Trump, she's like, we can't deal with me. Women are like that, man. That's how programmed everybody is to think that one side is so much worse than the other, you know. So it's all falling on themselves, all right. And it says, verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, all right. And it says, verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right. So they think their plan is going to go away, and it looks like it, because BlackRock and Vanguard and all these other companies, they're all involved in it. Okay. The guy that they have as a shooter, okay, this nigga was on a BlackRock commercial, literally. Now, why BlackRock even has commercials to begin with is crazy to me, you know, because they literally have their hands in every major Fortune 500 company, Fortune 100 company, Fortune 50. I mean, they control over 10 trillion in assets. All right, they don't need advertisement, okay? But they had an advertisement, and the guy that they're saying is the culprit was in that commercial. So we already know some demonic witchcraft is going on here, man. All right, we know we're at an age where the Lord is getting ready to turn this thing up, and we believe that eclipse was a new phase and time of the plans that are going to be rolling out here soon. All right, because we see the signs in the heavens as a sign of time, but Esau has it as well too, man. Esau has his left-hand version of everything the Most High has. Okay, so we already know when he saw the eclipse, he was putting plans in motion. Okay, but it's all only the will of the Heavenly Father is going to be played out, though. Okay, if you think your will is going to be played out, that's a demon. It's a strong delusion on you. Okay, if your will plays out, it's because it was also the will of the Most High, and they don't go the other way around. But verse 6, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Okay, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right, and they did this with this guy DJ Trump, because you notice in 2016 when he really wasn't supposed to win. Okay, but they were able to do what they need to do overseas. They were able to keep their wars going. They were able to keep their economic policy going, their foreign relations going. All right, they kind of let it ride, but what were they doing? They were demonizing him the whole time. And you know what that did? That made Donald Trump stronger, man. He politically got stronger. Okay, so what did they do? They found things. They tried to indict him 4 times. Okay, they tried to impeach him twice, which an impeachment is an indictment. Okay, they had him investigated. They had all of his places and personal business raided. What were they doing? A diligent search, just like they did with us, man. All right, so you can see the same tools and weapons Esau would usually employ on us. You can see him employing it on each other now. All right, it says verse 7, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly shall they be wounded. So when all this turmoil is going on, that's when the missiles are going to fly off, man. Okay, and it's going to get worse. No, war and bloodshed will take place on American soil. Mark that. America is the virgin daughter. Why is it called the virgin daughter? Because it ain't really had no pain, man. It ain't really been penetrated yet. But that's getting ready to be over with. All right. Verse 8, one of the main points here. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Okay, and it started with that, man. It started with this division. Notice, it started back in the 2012 to 2015. The whole feminism thing popped off. That was a major division. That's when they started speaking against each other. Because once you got something as baseline and primal as male and female, men and women, going against one another. All right. Well, then you know the division is at a high level, man. All right. And then Donald Trump came in, divided things even more. Okay. So we're at the end of this place, man. All right. That's where it started. The rhetoric. You know, people start talking crazy to one another before the violence breaks out, man. Okay. That's often how it starts. Okay. Violence is not a random occurrence, man. There's tension that builds up. All right. It says, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Lord, shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. All right. So I'm keeping this short. There'll probably be another iteration as more information comes out on the matter, but just know that this is more shenanigans, you know, of Esau's split kingdom, because they're all going to turn on each other. That's how this is going to go. Like the Dark Knight scene where the Joker had hired all of these different men and they started shooting one another during a robbery. All right, that's what's getting ready to happen. The 10 toes are getting ready to be broken up. These elites are going to start fighting and infighting. Okay, Germany ain't gonna be rocking with France, and France ain't gonna be rocking with America. All right, Canada and the UK, they're all gonna be. It's gonna be a every man for himself scenario. All right. And then there's gonna have to be a unifying agent. Okay. That one world government, man. All right. And they may just try to force that, and that may be the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak, when they roll out that one world government or coin or you know, that blockchain technology that we speak of. All right, that may be the fracturing element of it. Okay, because when you convert everybody's assets over to something that they didn't really agree to, all right, well, that could, those are fighting words right there, you know. Anyway, Lord's will, we'll pick up this on another one. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Shalom.